皆さん、おはようございます。今日はポケモンイエローを遊べます。Yosh! Okay, just playing. I'm not gonna do that. My Japanese is nowhere near good enough to be able to do that. Hello, everybody. My name is Lazy. But you already knew that. If you didn't, then hi, my name is Lazy, and welcome back to Pokemon Yellow. My computer is on crack, as it turns out. I think maybe. Oh, yay, she's finally gonna give us the Bulbasaur. So maybe it was Misty that was the trigger for that? I'm not sure. Anyway, um, we'll take Bulbasaur with us, but I'm probably not gonna use it as a final team member. It will have its use momentarily, though. But anyway, my computer's on crack. Um, so for some, my controller is working again. But then when I went to record this, for some reason, my microphone, it was giving me that same error message, so I plugged it into a different USB slot, and it's working. So, I don't know. But what that means is that NSO will maybe return, but I'm gonna wait and try it out uh, Monday, because I don't feel like doing it today. But if it's working, then that'll be awesome. If not, then oh well. So now that we went to go see Bill, we're able to go into this house now. You can skip Misty for now if you want to, but you won't be able to get much farther. So just a note. Anyway, you go through that house and you saw that it was ransacked, and if you talk to that guy standing by the hole in the wall, he'll say that some guy came through and stole ATM from him, and this is that guy. He is, of course, a Team Rocket Grunt. And we're gonna get that guy's TM back for him. Why this guy hasn't already ran miles away from here, I don't know. Also, I forgot to switch Pikachu out of the front party slot, but that'll be okay. But yeah, hope you guys are doing good. Today is January 5th. I forgot to upload yesterday's video yesterday, so that's uploading right now as we're recording this. And yeah, so you're getting a twofer today. Boy, aren't you just lucky or incredibly unlucky, depending on how you look at it. Here we're gonna see a new Pokemon, Drowsy. I think I'm gonna let Charmeleon take care of this. Let's go ahead and see how much Ember does. I imagine this thing might have, yeah, it probably has kind of high special. I would imagine. So let's just try Seismic Toss instead. Much better, much better. Oh, dude, you with the thing that you do. Alright, Sandshrew. Okay, that's fine. Slash. How was this thing faster than me? Alright. And we defeated the Rocket. So, this guy will give us the TM that he stole. The TM that he stole is Dig. Now, you don't have to do this, but we gotta go back and heal anyway, so I'll show this. You can come back and talk to this guy, and he's just cool with his TM being stolen, so you can just keep it. Now, normally when I play this, I do keep the Charmander on my party, in my party, and but I usually teach Dig to it. But since we have Sandshrew in this playthrough, I'm gonna teach it to Sandshrew instead. I don't know if Sandshrew learns it through level up, but that's okay. Because I'm too lazy to go check. So let's boot up the TM. Contains Dig. Teach Dig to a Pokemon. Yes. Sandoshiru. Actually, random fact. For some reason, a lot of Pokemon Gen 1 Japanese names are really simple. Like Sandshrew, for example, is just Sando, which is literally just sand in katakana. It's just called sand. Like if you directly translated it, it would just be called sand. Not Sandshrew, just sand. I think Moltres is the same. I think it's just called like Furemu or something like that, or you know, flame. It's something really. It's a really basic word for fire. I do know that. It's just funny how they how they named certain Pokemon. But I remember when I first found out about Sandshrew's Japanese name, I just laughed because, you know, in English, it's pretty fun. But now we're going to continue on. Going through that house is the only way that we can leave Cerulean right now. By the time we get back, which will be a while, we'll be able to cut this tree and get back in, so and out, so it'll be a little bit easier on us. So we're gonna go down this middle path here, and there's a house that you can only get to by jumping down the middle. And if we talk to this guy, I run a daycare. Would you like me to raise one of your Pokemon? Sure. So this is the Pokemon daycare. There's no breeding in this game, but there is a daycare, and it's purely for leveling. I think, I might be wrong, don't quote me on this, but I think the way this works, at least in Gen 1, is you leave a Pokemon at the daycare. You can only leave one Pokemon in Gen 1. I believe, I'm pretty sure. And so the daycare attendant, they keep the Pokemon. And I think it's like every step that you take in the overworld, I think that Pokemon gains 1 experience point. I might be wrong, but I remember something about that somewhere. And so this is a way that you can level your Pokemon without having to switch train. I personally never use the daycare unless I'm, you know, breeding eggs, you know, all that stuff. But I figured, originally I had a different idea for this guy. I was going to just release him, but that would be kind of mean. So, literally, like, less than 5 minutes ago, I decided we're going to leave James the Magikarp at the daycare. Now, we can come pick him back up whenever we want, and I don't know if it's a fixed charge to get him back, but we'll have to pay to get him back. And if you go down here into this building, I'm on guard duty. Gee, I'm thirsty, though. Oh, wait there, the road's closed. So, yeah, we can't go through there. Now, I actually do want to try something here. I don't know if this will work. It doesn't look like it's going to. There's a glitch that you can do a little bit later in the game with one of these guard houses, but we'll get to that much later. So we're going to instead go into this house. Hi, do you have Cubone? Want to trade it for Machoke? No, but that would be a pretty good trade for reasons, because we're not going to be doing any trading, at least I don't think. Actually, you know what? I'll leave it a mysterious secret for now, and because I might actually just do that trade just to show it in the Let's Play. So yeah, she talks about how if you have an item finder, you can find lost items down in the underground passage that we just went through. I don't know if there's anything good down there, so I'm not going to bother checking. We don't have the item finder yet anyway. But now that we're here, you might think that we're just on the other side of that house, but actually we are somewhere super far away from Cerulean right now. This guardhouse is the same as the one that we just saw a moment ago, and I think... I might be wrong. I think there's a hidden item here somewhere. Okay, hold on. One of the sucky things about yellow version is it's kind of... Sometimes it's hard to do stuff with Pikachu following right behind you. Like that right there. I swear it's in one of these, it might be on the other one. Let's see here if I can find it. Because I think some hidden items you have to have a item called the item finder, but some, as I've already demonstrated, like with that rare candy in Cerulean in that guy's backyard, some you don't have to have it. You just gotta know where they are, and you can press A to find them. I swear there's an item here somewhere, but you might need the item finder to get it. So I'm just gonna check every tile. This is exciting, I know. You getting in my way, dude? You gotta like really lightly tap it in order to just change directions. And if you don't do it right, then you'll move forward. Okay, so maybe you have to have the item finder for that. I'm not 100% sure. But, okay, our next goal is to go south here, and we're gonna have, like, 5 or 6 trainers to fight, so let's get started on that. Did I move Pikachu out of the first spot of my team? Let's find out. Also, you might have noticed, but this is another little cool detail that I like about Yellow version. Is Pikachu just kind of slides onto the screen because he's not in a Pokeball, right? But if we switch to any other Pokemon in our party, for like Charmeleon, for example, Pikachu just slides back out, and Charmeleon actually comes out of the Pokeball. So, I don't know, that's just kind of cool. That's, you know, they didn't have to do that, but they did, and I just think it's kind of cool that they took the time to pay attention to that, because, you know, Pikachu doesn't have a Pokeball, it's always out. So, you know, it just pretty much, I guess, just jumps into the battle, you know. So, I don't know, I just thought that's, for a Game Boy game, that's a nice little attention to detail, in my opinion. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and burn this dude up. We're gonna go ahead and arson this guy up. And none of these trainers, I don't think, have anything of note, so, you know. Anyway, now would be a good time for a rambling session, I guess, so I hope you guys are doing good. I think I already said today was January 5th. Work was okay today. But I gotta work the next 2 days. I normally don't work on Sundays. But one of my coworkers is taking the weekend off because she usually always works every Sunday. And so my boss asked me if I wouldn't care to work this one instead for her, so I forgot to switch Pikachu out again, dang it, man. Oh my gosh, that's not doing anything, is it? But yeah, work wasn't too bad today. I wish I had Sunday off, but oh well. I have Monday off, so that's fine. I mean, it's no big deal. As far as PS5 news goes, I'm so excited. I'm starting Elden Ring tonight. I'm gonna be doing that after I get done with this, recording this episode. I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna start recording the Ring of Elden. Did I say I'm going to start recording? I don't know if did I say that? I don't know what I said. Anyway, I'm going to start playing the Ring of Elden. And we'll see how that goes. God. Man, this Weeping Bell's annoying, dude, and Ember is not a very good fire type move. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. But yeah, I'm excited. Last night, I wasn't planning on playing anything on it last night. I was gonna just, because today would be, you know, yesterday was a Final Fantasy day. So I originally wasn't, so I did play a little bit of Final Fantasy yesterday, but, after a while, I was just like, screw it, let's play the, you know, let's play something. I wanted to at least play Street Fighter. So I started playing it and tried. I made my character for the thingy. And then I practiced a little bit with Cammy, doing some of the combo stuff, training stuff, whatever you want to call it, combo trials or whatever. Stop yawning, dude. Oh. I don't know why I yawn so much when I get sleepy. You know, big surprise, I know. It's shocking. I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say I yawn a lot whenever I start talking. I don't know why. Like, sometimes if I'm driving and I'm kind of singing along to whatever I'm listening to, music-wise, I also get to where I yawn a lot. There's a Cubone, by the way. That's what that lady wanted. Or that little girl, whatever she was. It's a ground type. I don't really have anything good for it, so we're just gonna send our ground type out for it. And I'll show you guys how Dig works. So, Dig is one of a few 2-turn moves in Gen 1. You spend 1 turn underground, nothing can hurt you in Gen 1. Now in later gens, I don't know when they started doing it, I assume Gen 2, but like in Gen 2, if you use Dig, the turn that you're underground, if your opponent uses a move like Earthquake, it will actually deal, I think it's like double damage. But that can't happen in this gen. In your second turn, you pop out. And that's how Dig works. It is, I think in Gen 1 it's tied with Earthquake for being the most powerful Earth-type move if you don't count stuff like Fissure. And the only downside to it is having to wait a turn to use it. But that's not so bad. So, my textbook never. Oh my god, I'm glad I bought those potions now. We got 3 more trainers, I believe. Counting this guy. I've never seen you around. Are you good? Well, some say that I'm the best, like no one ever was. Oh yeah, this guy's got a Butterfree. I thought about using Butterfree on my team. I love Butterfree. Like, in real life, I would be terrified of this thing because I hate bugs. But, in the games, I love Butterfree. But I feel like everybody loves Butterfree. So it would have been kinda whatever to catch one and raise one, especially since we had to focus on getting Nidoran levels at the time. You can catch... you can't catch... I don't think you can catch Butterfree in the wild. Unless maybe, like, in the Safari Zone or something you can. Butterfree evolves from Metapod, which evolves from Caterpie. So we could have caught a Caterpie or a Metapod back in Viridian Forest. Way back before we even fought Brock. But, I decided against it. At the time, I didn't really know what I was wanting to do for my team either. I thought I did, but I still don't. So, if that tells you anything. I can 100% say that we are probably not going to use Bulbasaur, but I will go ahead and say this. Venusaur, its final evolution, is pretty good. Growing up, I was always back and forth between Squirtle and Charmander for my favorite Gen 1 starter. And nowadays I would 100% say that Squirtle is my favorite Gen 1 starter, but I did a playthrough of Pokemon Yellow a couple years ago, I think, now, and the Venusaur in that playthrough, I don't know if I just got a really good Venusaur stat-wise or what, but he was a boss, and he's the reason that I was able to defeat the Pokemon League so easily. Or at least the champion, I should say. So Venusaur is pretty cool. My opinion on it has, over the years, has changed dramatically. I used to think that Bulbasaur was kind of a dumb Pokemon. I didn't really like it at all as a kid. But you know, that's changed. So, you know, there's that. Oh, we're gonna take out all these Pidgeys. Fighting, I know. But it's my video. You don't have the right to complain. I meant to switch Charmeleon back in and get it some more levels on that last Pidgey, but I forgot. Got ahead of myself. I'm so excited for Elden Ring, man. I'm so excited. And now that my controller, now that my Switch controller is working, I'm finally going to be able to go back to playing Persona 5 and Yakuza with a controller. It's going to be so much better, dude. Like, you don't understand how annoying it is trying to play Yakuza with a mouse and keyboard. Like, they put that thing up at the beginning of each game for a reason. I don't know if they do it for every game, but they did for 0, they did for Kiwami 1, and they do it for Kiwami 2. Where it says something like, real Yakuza use a gamepad. Yeah, I believe it. Because I don't... like, it's pretty bad trying to use mouse and keyboard, let me tell you. But yeah, as soon as I finish, I was talking to one of my friends today, and I don't know why I said it like this. I said that maybe once I finish Elden Ring, I'll play Ghost of Tsushima, because I've always wanted to play it, and it's available on PlayStation Plus. But then I like backtracked, and I was like, well, maybe if I finish Persona 5 or Kiwami 2, I'll put Ghost of Tsushima in one of their slots. Like, I'm really gonna be able to, like, especially with, I'm right at the end, pretty much, of Persona 5. I still have the extra semester to go, because I'm playing the Royal version. But I imagine that's not gonna take too terribly long. And Kiwami 2 is not really that long of a game. So, like, I'm sure I'm really going to be able to beat Elden Ring before I finish either of those. The way I do Persona 5 and Kiwami 2 at the moment, they are kind of in sub-slots. So, like, on my days off from work, or if I get off work early enough, I just try to get an hour in with each of them. Because Persona is like a really long freaking game, and originally I was playing it an hour every day, but freaking it was eating into my drawing time and into like my drawing practice, and I didn't like that, so I had to put it to the side. But it's a good game. I just didn't like it cutting into my drawing practice. Anyway, this is Vermilion City. There's several things to do here. The first of which, we're going to go talk to this guy. You don't have to do this, but this guy is the fishing guru. There are 3 of these guys in the game. They will each ask you if you like to fish, and if you do, they will give you a rod. You can fish in this game. There's not really any good Pokemon to catch by doing so, I don't think, except for maybe, like, I think you can catch Shelder. Dratini, I think you can get. So there's a few, and of course, you know, Magikarp's cool if you evolve it into Gyarados. But this is the old rod. This is the crappiest of rods. The only thing that you are able to catch with the old rod, and I'll just go ahead and demonstrate this. The only thing you are able to catch with the old rod is Magikarp. So you gotta wait, and once you see the exclamation mark, press A, and it will initiate a battle. The only thing you can catch, again, the only thing you can catch with the old rod is Magikarp. Now later on we will get the good rod, and then we will get the super rod, and with those come more Pokemon that you're able to catch in pretty much any body of water. There are some Pokemon that, you know, can only be caught with the super rod, and you know, all that good stuff. So anyway, down here we have this police officer, Officer Jenny here. I just caught a Squirtle that was always getting into mischief. I think it needs a good trainer to set it straight. Somebody just texted me and that scared the crap out of me. My ringtone is the Legend of Zelda, like, puzzle solved little jingle, you know, the do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. It just scared the crap out of me. Need a good trainer to set it straight. She won't give it to us now, but after we defeat this gym, she will give it to us. Now, if we go in here, I actually don't know what this guy is. Okay, he's just teaching us about HMs. We'll learn about HMs very shortly. This is another optional place. Yeah, Pikachu's like super happy. This is the Pokemon Fan Club. And if you go back here and talk to... Well, first, let me show you this, because I've never really pointed this out. If you didn't get the town map from your rival's sister all the way back in Pallet Town, you can go back, I think, and get that at any time after you've found a way to get back to Pallet Town. But if for some reason you don't want it, like if you don't want it taking up inventory space, blah blah blah, sometimes you can find these maps on the wall. That's not what I thought it was. Wait, what's the other one? Okay, so that just made me look really stupid, but basically, okay, these are just pictures of Pokemon. Sometimes you can find pictures on the wall, and if you interact with them, they will actually be maps. It's the same exact thing as your town map, you just can't access it, you know, whenever you want. Jeez. So let's go ahead and talk to the chairman here. I chair the Pokemon Fan Club. I have more than 100 Pokemon. Dude, he's just 51 off. Oh, dude, I'm gonna have to put that on vibrate. That's scaring the crap out of me. I don't get texts all that often, so whenever I do get one, it's out of nowhere. So anyway, talk to this guy, and he asks if you want to hear him brag about your Pokemon. Say yes, and then he'll talk about his Rapidash for a really long time. And here he will say, I kept you too long. Thanks for hearing me out. I want you to have this. This is the bike voucher. So, that bike shop in Cerulean, you literally cannot buy a bike without cheating, and I don't know what would happen if you cheated to have 1,000,000 Pokédollars. But this is how you get the bike. You take the bike voucher back to Cerulean and you can get the bike. Now, there's no need to go back and get it right now. So we'll just get it later. Because we will at some point have to go back to Cerulean. I don't know what this guy... I'm getting my Pidgey to fly a letter to Saffron in the north. Okay. I never really take the time to talk to any of these NPCs, usually. It's not really worth talking to any NPCs in the Pokémarts because they don't really have anything interesting at all to say. No, wait, because I think TM11, I think that's Bubble Beam, and we want to keep that for Squirtle. Wait, crap! I meant to buy stuff while I was here. I want to buy some more repels. And let's buy a couple paralysis heals because I could have used some of those in that one fight. I'll also buy some awakenings just to have them. Ice heal is not really... We're not going to need to worry about ice heal for a long time. There's really not that many ice Pokemon in the game. And the ones that we will encounter will be much later. So if we go down here, now there's a couple other things we could do, but first we're going to go down here. And this guy will stop us. He'll say, "Welcome to the SSN," which is the ship that Bill gave us a ticket to. So we'll flash the SS ticket, and he will let us enter the SSN. Now, if you know about this place, there's the old, rumor about Mew in the truck. Let's see. So here's the thing. After you clear the SSN, you can leave and come back as many times as you want, and we probably will be doing that because there's no way to heal on the SSN in Gen 1. But once you do what you're supposed to do here and you leave, the ship leaves, and you cannot come back to this specific area that we're in right now for the rest of the game. The ship never comes back. And the guy that was checking the tickets will stop you. So, I don't know, I forget who allows you to learn Surf, but basically what you can do, I believe, I think there's a way that you can get in here with the Pokemon that knows Surf, and you can cross this body of water. And over to my right, there is actually, it's just off screen, you can't see it without going over there. There's a truck. A lot of people back in the day apparently thought Mew was hiding behind the truck, as a secret 151, 151st Pokemon. But anyway, we're not going to worry about that, because we're not going to be going over there because there's no reason to. Mew is not in the truck, so sorry to kill any dreams. This is the SSN. There are a lot, and I mean a lot, of trainers to fight on the SSN, the majority of which use Water-type Pokemon. So we're going to use this chance to switch train Charmeleon and Sandshrew because they're going to be pretty weak to a lot of stuff on this boat. We're going to go down below deck first and just start picking off these rooms. So, here's one trainer. Hello, strangers, stop and chat. All my Pokemon are from the sea. So this is a fisherman. Now, these guys, you can find these guys all over the place, wherever there's water. Most of them just use, either Tentacool, Goldeen, or Magikarp. Some of them also use Horsea, but those, I think, are a little bit rare. Now, Tentacool is a water poison type, but they generally do not know any water type moves, so I'm gonna keep Charmeleon out. Tentacool are usually pretty safe to fight, even with Pokemon that would have a type disadvantage, at least in Gen 1. But yeah, so not a whole lot to really touch on, I guess. Tentacool's pretty weak. They're usually not much of a problem. And later on, just like with Zubat, a little bit later into the game, we will get absolutely sick of using them. So I'm actually going to switch in Sandshrew here since Charmeleon just leveled up. And then we'll bring out Pikachu because the Staryu might know a water move. I'm not sure. Tackle. It probably doesn't. The way the AI works in this game is a little weird, so like, okay, it does no water defense, so that's fine. That actually did a lot of damage, a lot more damage than I thought it was going to. some trainers will have different like AI patterns. Some trainers are programmed to just pick moves at random. Some are chose to pick specific moves. You find that a lot with like the gym leaders, like Lorelei of the Elite Four, for example. I think she's programmed to prioritize using super effective moves. So there's like a glitch that it's not really a glitch, but there's like there's a way to get her stuck in a loop. We're not going to be worrying about that, I don't think, but, you know, there's ways to manipulate the AI, in this game. Let's go talk to this guy and this guy. Matey, you're walking the plank if you lose. Are you ready, kids? This is a sailor. There's several of these guys. I think this is the only place that they're found in the game. I might be wrong about that, but I think that's correct. Let's go ahead and see what Ember does to this guy. Ugh. Okay. Ah, that kind of hurt. Let's see if Seismic Toss does a little bit more damage, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Oof. Okay, I'm gonna live, I think, but yeah. If this doesn't finish it off, Charmeleon's gonna die. Faint. Sorry. Pokemon don't die. I thought we might live through that. Guess not. Oh well. The thing you're gonna find with the SSN is you're gonna have to leave to heal a lot, so it's a good thing that they don't lock you out of this until you get the item that you need here. Also, sometimes if you check the beds, you can find items. So there we found a Hyper Potion. So I'm gonna do something a little unorthodox here, just to save myself some time, because we're gonna have to be going out of here to heal a lot. So anytime I need to heal, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, this is what I was talking about in the last video. I believe I mentioned it, where if you put this game on 4 times speed or higher, it's just an assault on the ears. The price you have to pay, you know, for being fast forwarded. But like I said, we're going to be going in and out of the SSN a lot, so I don't want to have to, you know, keep making the slow track back. Because we want the experience, and we're gonna fight every single trainer on board the SSN, so just, you know, just a heads up. Ugh, I am starting to get hungry, man. Starting to get hungry. Oh yeah, because it's a, the water type. You big idiot. You big dummy. I don't know if that's from something. My cousin used to say that all the time when we were kids. He'd say, you big dummy. I don't know if he was saying, like, just saying dummy weird, or if he was saying dumb A, you know. But I remember him always saying that, you big dummy. Alright, look, can we get this? Thank you. Yeah, I'm so excited for Elden Ring, man. So, a few months back, I played through Dark Souls Remastered and beat it for the first time. I played it a little bit back on the 360, but I don't think I ever got past Ornstein and Smough. And then I bought Dark Souls Remastered a while back on the Switch and played it, and again got to Ornstein and Smough. It took me, like, I'm not even kidding, it took me like 2 weeks to beat them. And by the time I beat them, I was so burnt out that I took a break, but I never came back to finish it. So, this last time, I finally committed to finishing it, and I did. I think I beat almost every boss in the game, except for Priscilla. I didn't fight her. I think there might have been one other optional boss that I did not fight. Anyway, we got TM44, which is Rest. Rest is an interesting move. We're not really going to have any use for it, at least not with any of the Pokemon we have now. There's one Pokemon I'm considering getting, and if we do add it to the team, it'll already have it once we get it, I believe. Rest, basically, you go to sleep, your Pokemon intentionally goes to sleep, but you heal, you restore all of your HP. Of course, the downside to that is you have to sleep, and sleep in Gen 1 is off, because you can't attack on the turn that you wake up. So you take a big risk, but if you have a really bulky Pokemon, it can be a good move to have. But yeah, so there's that. Personally, Recover is probably a much better option, in my opinion. But, you know, Rest is good. It's pretty good if you know how to use it right. Okay, so this guy I think is gonna have all horsey, you know, oops, all horsey. Shouldn't be too much of a problem for Pikachu, although he is starting to get a little low on health. I might want to use an item here in a second just to make sure he doesn't die. I don't really like using items in battle if I can keep from it, but sometimes, you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do. And if it means not having to subject you and myself to the 4x speed OST, I will do that. Oh man, but yeah, I hope you guys are doing good today. Hope, you know, just hope everything's going good for you. Hope you're figuring out all of the things. And I'm gonna take a risk here because I don't know how. Please live. Thank you, Pikachu. Oh, my speed fell. I'm probably still faster than it, but I'm not gonna take any chances here. We'll use a Hyper Potion, which is one of the best potions in the game. But I'll go ahead and use it just to make sure that Horsey does not outspeed me. Alright, Charmeleon hit level 21. Let's go. Arg, lost it. You sure did, me swabby. You might notice I'm not really giving Nidoking any love. That's just because it's kind of almost time for him to go. He doesn't have that much longer with us. I said like he's about to die, but it is what it is. It's a part of life. Yeah, probably won't be too much longer, and we'll be giving the poor old guy the boot, but I'll keep him around just for sentimentality. Is that a word? I don't know. Now, if you do decide to use a Bulbasaur on your team, this can be a really good place to test him out, because once he learns Razor Leaf is kind of like Slash in that it's broken. Razor Leaf will almost... Actually, it might... I think there might actually be a bug that makes it actually always will critical hit. Yeah. In Gen 1, I think that might be correct. I might be wrong, but it has a really high crit chance if it doesn't just straight out crit every time. So even on a pretty slow Pokemon like Bulbasaur, you'll be able to get crits, and it's just a really, really good move. It's a shame that you can't get it before Misty, but I guess if you were playing Red and Blue, you could. So here's the cool thing about Tentacool that I'm about to show you. So like I said, it's part poison type. And as far as I know, I don't think water resists ground. So if we do dig... Dang it! You stupid idiot! You had to use Rat. You had to use it. Okay. This will be super effective, I believe. Now, the game sometimes will give you I thought it was going to do it there, but I guess it's not. Sometimes the game will give you a not very effective message even when a move is super effective. That's actually a bug because of the way the game checks the typing. So like if you use a move that is resisted by one of a dual type Pokemon's types, the game will say that it's not very effective, but it is actually super effective, so it's just a weird little thing, you know? Just yet another quirk in this duct tape held together game. That is Gen 1. We love it, though. Oh, I'm getting so hungry. Gosh, I'm so hungry. I don't really eat that much anymore, like... When I eat quite a bit, I guess, depending. But like what I've been doing to try and save money is at work, I try not to go do fast food anymore. I used to, man, it was like every day I would go get fast food. Try not to do that anymore. What I usually do nowadays is I will buy, it's from a brand called Cody's. It's a beef stick and a cheese stick in one pouch. And I'll usually eat 2 of those and a little pack of, it comes with 2 cookies, 2 chocolate chip cookies. That's usually about all I eat. Sometimes I'll go back and get some more beef jerky sticks, like if I'm really hungry. But that's usually all I eat, and so I usually end up spending less than $10 at work each day for quote-unquote lunch. And that just means I get really hungry of the evenings, but that's fine because I usually only eat once, maybe twice in the evenings if I'm really hungry. But I don't know, I'm not eating as much as I used to. I've always been kind of a, not like super fat, I guess, but I've always been kind of a chubby kid growing up. And I definitely am not skinny by any means. I would say I'm probably, I don't know if you'd say I'm obese. I weigh roughly around 250 pounds. I couldn't tell you how much of that is muscle. Probably not much of it, if I had to guess, but yeah, I went back and healed and I didn't do the speed up. I got to talking there. Anyway, that's the bottom floor of the SSN. If we go in here, we can talk to this guy and we'll meet some new Pokemon. So, contrary to everybody else using the water types, the gentleman almost, I think, exclusively uses Growlithe and maybe Vulpix, but I'm not sure about that. I don't even know if you can get Vulpix in this game, in this version. I think it might be a red or blue exclusive. I might be wrong about that. I know Vulpix and Growlithe are like mirrors. Usually if you can find one in one game, you cannot find the other in the same version. Or at least in Gen 1, that's how it is. I don't know about later gens, but I think they can also use Vulpix if Growlithe is not available in your version. I think. I might be wrong. Should just put that big disclaimer at the top of the video. I might be wrong. this guy and fight him. You pup! How dare you barge in? Since you are a pup, I will fight you with pups. Never mind. I actually won't. I thought, really? They used meter rounds? Huh. I didn't know that. I guess I forgot about this guy. I'm gonna do maybe... We might clear out this floor that we're on because there's not that many rooms up here. And then we'll probably call it a video. Because I'm getting sleepy, I'm getting hungry, and I'm ready to play Elden Ring. Let me check the bed. I don't know if there's anything here. Doesn't look like it. This woman, yeah, just wants a cherry pie for some reason. Could you move, please, so I can look at your bed? Totally not a weird thing to say. I think... Yeah, there's no trainers in here. I think there might only be, like, one other room of trainers. Always travels with Wigglytuff, which is the evolved version of Jigglypuff. That waiter guy just speaks French for some reason. I collected these Pokemon from all around the world. You sure did. You sure did. Look at you being all globe-trotty. Globe-trot, man. Anyway. Let's go ahead and... Ah, you would do the attack, wouldn't you? I'm trying to think of what I want to eat. I have burritos, microwavable burritos, and those are really good if you put some ranch with them. And some cheese chips, some cheddar chips. I also have these little microwavable lasagnas, and they're so good. Oh, what am I doing? I meant to... Whoops. I meant to switch over to Sandshrew. The Shrew of the Sand. Actually, let's switch over to Charmeleon since it's just a Nidoran. Nothing super alarming. Let's scratch. Okay, Ember probably was the move. But, oh well. Yeah. I need to actually put Charmeleon back in the... Oh! Huh? Oh! I didn't know! I thought it was later! Let's go! Alright, man. Sandslash. Let's go. So Sandshrew has just evolved, man. And I know I didn't do this for Charmeleon. I'm gonna do it for Sandslash. It's still a pure ground type, but man, I love its design. I love it. It's a good... As far as I know, it's a good ground type to have. Man, you know what? That's a good place to stop today's video. Can't end it on a better note than that, right? So, we're gonna go for now. Next time, it'll probably be... I don't know, we might try to do some more NSO Monday if my capture card is working. But next time we come back to Pokemon Yellow, we will be finishing off the SSN, and if we have time, which we probably will, well, actually, we might... No, no. We probably won't have time to do the gym. But if we do, we will. But if we don't, we won't. So, anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see y'all next time. Take care.